Going on, you guys? So today I'm bringing you guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be discussing the cards that I believe have incredible opportunity right now, because as you guys know, the sports card market in general has been taking a dip over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. So there's a lot of opportunities. A lot of cards have crashed very hard. So we're going to be discussing where these opportunities are, both long-term and short-term. But before we get into the video, I do want to say, as you guys know, I am giving away a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Prism PSA 9 rookie card to one lucky person who's following me on Instagram at SportsCardInvest, who subscribes to the channel, and who comments the word done. So it's 2 easy steps, and then commenting the word done for a free chance at a $65 card. So once again, follow the Instagram, subscribe to the channel, and comment the word done. But before we get into the video, I did want to talk a little bit about my membership program. Now, my membership program has been absolutely on fire for, I'd say, the last 6 to 8 months. We've been able to stay a step ahead of the market at all times. We were buying James Harden's tops. Of course, this is in our platinum membership, which we recently launched, and it's essentially $1,000+ picks. And then we also have lower end memberships, but we were buying these for just a fraction of the price they are right now, just around 2 months ago, soon after the Harden trade. So we're always able to stay a step ahead of the market, and our members in general, 65% of our cards that we've recommended in the past month, I'd say, have actually gone up, despite the market as a whole going down. And 25% have stayed stagnant, and 10% have gone down. So considering how the market has been performing recently, we've been far outpacing the market. So if you guys would like to join in on the profit, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. You can use code WINTER2020 to get you guys 15% off. This is the last chance to get the winter discount. So go ahead, do so if you guys would like to. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the video. So the first card, first in general, cards I believe are going to do very well when the market does pick back up are, of course, the GOATs. So a lot of players such as Kobe, have taken a big dip recently. So we're going to go ahead and look at some sold listings for Kobe's PSA 10 1996 Topps rookie card. So this currently is around a $6,000 card. It had gone from around $4,000 to around $10,000 in a matter of a month and a half. So a huge increase, and we've seen a steep decrease since. So all of these GOAT cards, as the market continues to, take more people in, as more big investors, big hedge fund guys come into the market, they're going to allocate a significant portion of their money into LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. We saw that when institutional money came into the market around 2 months ago. And now a lot of the times, a lot of these players' prices had got so high that a lot of the institutional money went elsewhere. And it went to different sports that people saw opportunity in. It went to, for example, a Jay-Z card. A lot of this institutional money, has shifted to different places because Kobe's had become so expensive, because LeBron was so expensive. People saw opportunity elsewhere. So I still think there's a great time. If you want to hold this Kobe for, I would say, 4 to 6 months, you're going to see a big increase, I would say. There's a lot of other opportunities in cards that had a huge run-up and are currently very low. For example, I see a lot of opportunity in guys like Tim Duncan. The Kobe Bryant documentary is going to, personally, in my opinion, the Kobe documentary is going to cause another vintage boom. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, but I'm quite confident when I say the Kobe documentary will cause another vintage boom. The off season is usually a time where a lot of investors look for vintage. And obviously the playoffs are coming up, but, Tim Duncan's Topps Chrome PSA 10 for $2,000, in my eyes, is a steal. One, the Kobe documentary. Two, institutional money's going to come in. They're going to find these holes in the market. For example, a Tim Duncan going for the same price, roughly as Luka Doncic, when it has fraction of the population, not even a fraction of the population, like hardly any percentage of the population that Luka has, and this is Tim Duncan, a top 10, top 15 player of all time. whose Topps Chrome is currently sitting at $2,000 in a PSA 10. This is an incredible buying opportunity in my opinion. And then I'm looking, one guy I'm going incredibly hard on right now is LeBron. LeBron, firstly, has so much short-term potential because the Lakers, I predict LeBron will definitely be healthy for the season at the end of the day, or for the playoffs, sorry. At the end of the day, it's just an ankle sprain. I believe he will be back for the playoffs. And, of course, he has that long-term gain. He has, he's one of the rare players that, has so much short-term potential, but can also retire today and be a top 2 player of all time and have so much demand on him for years to come, decades to come. So he's one of the rare investments where I'd say he's an incredible short-term buy and an incredible long-term hold. Hardly any risk because he's LeBron James, but so much upside because he's one of the GOATs. And, as institutional money continues to come into the market, as big investors, big hedge fund guys come into the market, so much opportunity here. And then, another place I see a lot of opportunity for LeBron is with fractional ownership. I believe that LeBron's Topps Chrome rookie card in a PSA 10, as fractional ownership continues to become more popular, this is going to be one of the most iconic fractional ownership cards on these apps such as Collectible, all these places, because everyone wants to buy into a LeBron Topps Chrome. It's his most iconic card, and you can buy a $25 share if they break it into 1,000 shares. So it becomes affordable for everyone. Demand goes up just from it being affordable. And then, supply is 2,000, and I'm sure over time there's going to be well more than 2,000 people who are willing to pay the price for LeBron's Topps Chrome. So just an incredible buy right now. It was up at 45,000. It's currently down to around 24,000. So it's down around $20,000, over the last month and a half. Just so much opportunity in this LeBron card right here. He's injured right now. It's the perfect time to buy. He has the whole playoffs for a 5th championship possibly, and then he has a whole lot of long-term gains to be had as the market continues to grow and as fractional ownership continues to thrive. So just a no-brainer in my opinion. And then another card I'm going after personally is a 1986 Jordan Fleer PSA 9. There's only 314 PSA 10s. And as people continue to invest in Jordan, a lot of these big investors are not going to be able to, get their hands on a PSA 10, and that's simply because right now PSA 10s, the people who are paying $500,000 are willing to hold it for the long haul. Chances are if you're buying it for $500,000, a PSA 10, you're not wanting to sell it at $6,000 because you don't need the money. If you're throwing $500,000 in a card, chances are you don't need the money. And so that is why a lot of these guys who are buying are going to hold, and there's going to be hardly any supply on the PSA 10s. So I believe a lot of people are going to look for alternative Jordan cards, as they did 2 months ago. And this Jordan PSA 9 Fleer is the closest you can really get to a PSA 10, besides the BGS 9.5. And it's currently just under $40,000. I personally think it's an incredible buy right now. I personally think it's the floor. I don't see it going lower than this, considering the amount of people in the market, and the amount of people getting into the market right now. So just an incredible investment right here. And I did want to throw in some cards for the lower end folks, because of course everyone does have some stuff they can go for, who I think are incredible buys right now. And one of them, Tim Duncan, his Topps rookie you can go for. I would say this is fairly affordable. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I can speak for everyone, but I think this is a great, safe buy. If you have $40 laying around, I think this is a great place to put it. There's a lot of other places, I believe, for the playoffs you can put it. I think there's a lot of opportunity in Devin Booker right now with his, with his high-end market not established. I think a lot of these young players, everyone's throwing their big money on Zion. Everyone's throwing their big money on Ja Morant, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, of course. But Devin Booker's National Treasures is a super small fraction of Zion, is a super small fraction of Luka Doncic. And in my eyes, Booker is already a top 2 seed in the West. He is an incredible scorer. He is an incredible young talent. And I don't see why his Prism is double the price of Zion's Prism, yet his Nationals Treasures and his high-end cards are a fraction of the price of Zion's high-end cards. So I believe a lot of money from these big investors are going to go away from Zion and Luka and going to go to better value buys, such as Devin Booker's high-end market. What about Kawhi Leonard's high-end market? Kawhi Leonard's high-end market is hardly getting any love, even his base Prisms. This is a fraction of the price of Kevin Durant, a fraction of the price of Steph, of course. There's only one real investable rookie card for Kawhi Leonard. Kevin Durant has, I would say, 10 to 15 at least. And Kawhi's cards are sitting at a fraction of Kevin Durant's cards. I think this is an incredible opportunity for the playoffs. I see a lot of opportunity in a lot of other playoff players that I mentioned in my weekly report this week. But just so much money to be made. I would definitely say the safest bets right now is going for the vintage cards that have just dropped incredible numbers. Even guys like Steve Nash, whose tops rookie right now is going for such a small number. A $25 card for, one of the greats, right? One of the best point guards of all time. An iconic set, 1996 Topps Chrome. These are ultra safe investments considering the low prices and high demand over time for these greats. And just, the population on a lot of these cards are a fraction of, today's population. So much money to be made right now, in these long-term holds and in the short-term holds. I would say do your research, but I really hope this video inspires some buying, some possible, just investments to be had right now during this whole dip in the market. Great opportunities. A lot of people think there's more risk when they're buying when prices are down, but I would say the opposite. There's a lot less risk buying now than it was 2 months ago when prices were sky high. Right now, things, in my opinion, are bottoming out. There's not much room for it to go down anymore considering the demand and the whole market as a whole. So just, I would say be careful where you put your money. However, it's a lot less risky than it was 2 months ago, and I think now is a great buying opportunity in general. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, if you would like to enter into the giveaway for the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Prism PSA 9, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram at SportsCardInvest, subscribe to the channel, comment the word done, and if you would like to join the program, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and message me on Instagram at SportsCardInvest with any follow-up questions, just to say hi. I'm definitely happy and trying to get back to my DMs as fast as possible, but I definitely love interacting with you guys. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.